All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. We're in for a treat tonight. I've just met another new friend in our wonderful XRP Army. This is Queen Crypto, or Queen Trixie C. And so she is living in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada,
Yeah.
where our newest PGA champion is actually lives. So congratulations to the PGA champion, and congratulations to Las Vegas, where he resides now. So now I'd like to have you introduce yourself and let everyone know a little bit about your background and where you're from and how you found crypto and how you fell in love with XRP.
Okay. Well, I actually found crypto after the pandemic. I thought, I wasn't in the finance world at all. I didn't invest. I always wanted to, just thought, you need a bunch of money to be able to do that. So I thought, I should just start doing something. So, went to Robinhood, and from there, crypto, and it kind of dinged on my brain that I had that business coach that was into Bitcoin at one time, and I really trust this guy. He is into all of the latest, and he's a big finance guy. So I thought, well, I better delve a little bit into this. So started doing a lot of research, ordered all the crypto for dummies, the stock investing for dummies, just did a lot of reading. I think we all have we all have a lot of time on our hands, but I think the big turning point for me was actually finding crypto Twitter, being able to engage with people and watch what people were doing. And I mean, it's overwhelming when you're brand new because wallets and addresses and gas and everything else that I've screwed up along the way. But
all of the word when you hear things like CBDCs and all of the different acronyms for everything, I mean, what in the world, to a brand new person, what in the world does that mean?
No, even CT. I'm like, what the hell is CT? And I finally figured out that's crypto Twitter. And I was Googling acronyms left and right. And I didn't dare say anything for a long time because I didn't want to, feel stupid. But anyway, it led me to XRP, which I'm eternally grateful for. So.
Well, okay, so you're a real estate background, and so when you brought your business experience and began, educating yourself in our crypto space, what was it exactly that really intrigued you about Ripple and about XRP, different from separating itself from the other projects out there?
Well, I mean, the more I was learning about how things work with coins and blockchains and smart contracts, and I still don't know everything, but I was always looking at different coins that made sense. I would read and dive into places that, I mean, I know people who I associate with on a regular basis don't do. Like nobody knows like cash is leaving or the digital age is coming. Nobody's even fully aware, which surprises me. But anyway, I just started doing a lot of reading, following the right people. I found out, I think it was a digital asset investor who I like him for the fact that he connects the dots. And I think through him and a few others, Kevin Cage, blockchain backer, there's so many that you just start watching, paying attention, connecting the dots that you're like, this is something really big. And, like I said, there was a few that I thought, well, this actually has something to do. They're actually building something for it to be used with, as opposed to, I couldn't find that with Bitcoin. All I knew is that this thing's going to make some money, so I should probably have a little of that. But anyway, I ended up getting out of Bitcoin anyway.
Well said, and one of the things that I have fallen in love with is Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, David Schwartz, and the rest of the team at Ripple very much impressed me. And then, just like you, our XRP Army community I mean, and two that you didn't mention that are two of my favorites, actually three. King Solomon is one. Another one is Crypto Eddie.
Yeah,
and I refer to her as the standard.
Yeah, I watched all of those. King Solomon, Kevin, blockchain or digital asset investor, Crypto Eddie, and I know his picture, but Mr. B. And then the people that
Mr.
follow,
B is fantastic.
Yeah, and then
and he's in real estate too. And I would be amiss if I did not mention one of my personal favorites, Sam I Am, Ham, Eggs, and Sam. That is one smart human being.
Yeah, he is to the lifeboat.
Big
But I do.
fan of
I get all the
and
notifications, and when my mom comes to visit, she goes crazy because I won't let her watch TV. I got to catch up on my daily videos because you get behind. You got a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, it's like a daily fix. And again, that's one of the things that I really feel like separates us is our community of influencers, because I just don't see that. Now, I do want to give credit to the modern investor. He is fantastic. And he's not a Bitcoin maximalist, which I think is kudos to him. But I just feel like we've got the greatest community. I feel like we've got the greatest company with Ripple. And I feel like we've got the greatest digital asset ever invested. Thank you for sharing that quote with me, digital asset investor. And he's a good old Georgia boy too. So I'm a Southern boy. So I really like that part of it, that DAI is from Georgia.
Yeah, there's a shirt on Amazon that says that XRP the greatest digital asset ever created, and I tagged him in it. So I was like, they're coining you.
Yeah. So Trixie, where do you see where we are now, and what are you the most excited about with any of the recent developments that we've had? I mean, are you more sure since March, since you're new with us? What's gotten you the most excited about any of the recent developments that you've seen?
Well, there was only one spot where I was unsure if I made the right move or not, and that was when we were just stagnant for a while. So God bless the guys who have stayed in for so long. But I think that I knew all of it was there in the back of my mind. But when you start seeing it come out in the news, and then you're like, it's almost like you knew the plan was there, but now you're seeing it play out in front of your eyes. I haven't doubted, since I had one little doubt, like maybe end of April, first part of May. And it was hard, just like, that was my biggest bag. And I'm watching all the other things go up and I'm like, dang, did I do the wrong thing? And I mean, I understand I'm learning on diversifying and stuff like that. But no, I mean, MoneyGram was a cool thing that kind of started out, and then you get, it's hard to replay all the stuff that's happened, but now you're seeing all the things come out in the news that's kind of laying the groundwork that you're like, you know what, we were right, or what these guys do, all this amazing research and present to us, it's all adding up. And I think that's super awesome. And I mean, I'm not going to get scared in any way, shape, or form anymore. So
me neither. Oh, I also forgot to mention one of my favorites also, Darren.
Darren. Yep, I got
together.
him. Yeah, he's the little he has the
fantastic.
Yeah. And then Unedited.
Yeah, he's
I don't think he does videos, but he does put out a great content. He does a lot of research. So a lot of good.
And again, like I said, I just feel like that we've got the best company, and I feel like we've got the greatest digital asset ever created. And I feel like we've got the greatest community of people to be able to learn from and get to make friends with and all of that kind of thing. I mean, I'm 58 and I wake up more excited today than at any other time in my life. I mean, it's just so exciting. And just like you, I mean, I saw this that Love for Crypto shared with us 3 years ago from the Everest document. And they created this, NTD Data created this in 2017. And in this PDF, they've got a timeline and it's rolling out perfectly. I mean, it's just amazing, and we need it. I mean, that's to me the foundation of all of this is all just like the foundation is they're solving a problem. And
Yep.
Swift is a big old problem. Not being able to move money as fast as we move data is a big old problem.
Well, it's interesting because I have that problem right now with a client who is, was waiting for money from China, and they were utilizing the Swift system. And we had all kinds of troubles and it took forever. And so now I'm like, see, XRP would have had it overnight. But yeah.
And
no,
how exciting from your real estate, how exciting from your real estate perspective is tokenizing real estate?
Oh, it's going to be awesome. Somebody had mentioned on Twitter that they are in the midst of buying a house and their inspector took crypto. And I said, oh, I'm going to call my inspectors tomorrow and check. And I never did. I forgot, but I'm going to have to do that. But you know, it's funny. We'll be out with our team. We have a large team, and you know, everyone's like, "Oh, don't bring your cash," because they're starting to catch on. Everything's cashless. I think it's cute. They always ask me because they know that I'm into this. So,
well, yeah, I played golf with my brother about a week and a half ago, and they at the snack shop at the turn, we don't accept cash. Only cards. So that's one of the things that people are hesitant about this digital revolution. I don't think that they understand we're already 95% there. I mean, I carry maybe $10 or less in my pocket on a regular basis, and everything else is credit or mainly debit card. I don't like to use credit a lot, but I do everything with my debit card. So we're almost already there anyway. And I don't know why this big pandemic had to come into place to scare everybody into going for the other 5%.
Yeah, I think it's most people know that they already use debit card or Apple Pay or Google Pay or whatever they use. I think it's those people that don't trust banks and they stash money, because we get that all the time in real estate where people are like, well, I've got, you know, some money stashed in the mattress. Can I use that for my down payment? No, it has to be seasoned. And that could take anywhere from 3 to 6 months, depending on who your lender is. But, you know, so I think it's those people, and they just need to be educated on different things, different ways to have money or value like gold or what have you. If they want to hold it, buy gold, you know, or I don't know. But I think it's those people who are just afraid to let go of cash and think we're all going to be controlled, which, you know.
Well, did you have any hesitancy when you first saw XRP? Because the down negative that people feel about it is that it's a banker's coin. Did you have any of those kind of feelings, that hurdle to overcome it all when you saw it?
No, because I did enough research on it and paid attention to enough of the people to know different. I don't think it's a banker's coin. I mean, it has a use case. They have to use it. It kind of made sense to me. So, nope. And I feel bad for the people who think that too. But
hey, the majority of the population gets it as quickly as you do. We're going to be in very happy times very quickly. So, what do you think about the?
I have to tell you though, I've spent a lot of time, all of my free time. I don't have kids or anything like that, but I have spent all of my free time paying attention, researching, watching videos, reading. So, I mean, hopefully people will catch on fast, but I just hope that everybody can find the right people to pay attention to and to follow. And that's where I think, again, our community is awesome.
I think so too. And I also, how excited are you about the institutional money now, since Brian Brooks said that our banks can custody crypto? How excited are you about the fact that a financial advisor could look at their client and say, hey, we need to diversify 1 to 5% of your portfolio. I mean, you have any idea how big our market cap is going to get if 5% of the invested money in all of the portfolios in America all diversify into crypto?
I know. Well, if it's coming from a financial advisor, people aren't going to think it's bizarre or crazy, as much as they would just go invest into crypto. But yeah, it's going to be huge. I'm just excited because I feel like I knew about this one, but I didn't get into it. I'm old enough to be in the .com era when the, World Wide Web came out, and, I missed that one. So I'm just so glad to be here right now because we are so early, even though I'm barely got in here. It's still early. Hey. But yeah, no, it's great. Because I'd love to have all my assets and no more crazy wallets and transferring and all that stuff. I just want it to stay. It'd be nice to stay in the bank.
Yeah, I agree. And I think we're moving in that direction. And again, 3 years from now, when it's just normal, like when we first got our debit cards, everybody was hesitant. And then 3 years later, there was like, you can't take my debit card. I don't want to go back to just doing everything with cash. So
I know.
It's so exciting. And we are so early, but oh my God, how about when it went from 17 to 32? Was that an exciting little weekend treat?
That was so much fun. I was like, now this is what everyone's been talking about, because when I got in, obviously I missed the whole run then. So it's been completely not very exciting for me, but that's okay though. Because now I know what the exciting times are, and I know we're having a little pullback right now, and that's okay too. I've just learned to understand what these mean and not get caught up. I think that's going to be the hard thing. There's a few times that I FOMO'd into a coin for sure, but I'm learning easily, and I thought I'll only invest this much, in crypto, and now that just keeps going and going and going because the more I learn, the more I know. The more I'm like, I got to, you don't need this money for other stuff. It needs to go into here. So, and I'll play around with a little bit here and there.
Yeah, I haven't either. And what I'm looking to do is I've layered an exit strategy. So when we hit, certain milestones like $5 and $10, I'm going to exit. And mainly the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out everything that I had originally invested and get even on the investment. And then as it grows, then begin to take some profits of money that I can look to spend. But it's staggering. And I'm so glad to hear you be able to say that, when with fresher eyes than mine, that you saw it and then now you're seeing and you're believing it because our influencers keep providing us with such great content. I mean, it's really a beautiful thing. I don't know how any other way to say it. It's just a beautiful thing. How fortunate are we that we stumbled into this?
I know. So fortunate. And each one of them do something just a little bit different too, so it can appeal to a whole different group of personalities. That's what I like too. If I want a different perspective on something, I'll go to so-and-so, but pretty much I have my standard that I watch. I try not to miss any, just so that I can keep up to date on what the latest news is. We've gotten busy in the last, month or so here. So it's been a little bit crazy for me. So I try to catch as much as I can and not miss anything. But that's, I think, the key is these guys just put in so much time and effort. And I think that's amazing for anybody new coming in if they really want to pay attention, do a little homework. But I mean, these guys are doing a lot for you. Just pay attention, make your own mind up.
So from your real estate background with the American economy, the way that it is right now, are you feeling that we're going to end up with a lot of people not being able to pay their mortgages and being foreclosed on? Or do you think we're going to be able to rally? Or how do you see that marketplace right now? Because I'm afraid that we're going to end up with some real pain with a lot of people getting foreclosed on.
Well, I'm not seeing it yet, and I don't know. I mean, that's what's interesting. I don't know what's around the corner as far as that goes. I mean, I know that we've extended now foreclosure on that moratorium, but they were, I don't know about commercial buildings or any of that. What I do know is, and I hope not. In our market, statistically, they're saying that a lot of people paid cash on this last run, so we shouldn't have that problem, like, not like we did back in 2008. So the mortgages are lower than they were before, if that makes sense. But what I do know is that with interest rates being the way they are, our market has crazy low inventory. So people are out there buying, and it's interesting to me that the luxury higher than 900,000 and up is what's selling a lot right now. But we have a little niche market here of Lake Las Vegas that's just selling like hotcakes right now, and they're building like crazy. But we've always had just real low inventory, and especially now. So I don't see our market doing any downturn. I don't know about necessarily how many notice of defaults or anything are going to happen. We'll have to see how it plays out. But I think we'll all have positive things going forward. I think unfortunately, we're in an election year, so people don't want to make some big moves, but we'll see what happens. But I think our economy can bounce back once we get this under control. That's just my opinion.
I think so too. I think I heard Russia got a vaccine today, and so maybe that'll help. Yeah, they said they want to get 30 million people vaccinated as quickly as they can. So maybe if that, if it's effective, maybe they can get some of it over here to us too.
Yeah.
The biggest thing for me is we've got to do something. I mean, when I look at our USA debt clock and see that we're $153 trillion in unfunded liabilities to the American citizens, we got to do something. I mean, this fiat system, the fractional reserve banking system, where they can hold $1,000 deposit and loan out 10, they've just taken advantage of that. And then the derivative market growing to $1.2 quadrillion. I mean, it's just even hard for a Southern boy for me to try and wrap that around my brain, how big the derivative market has grown. And it's all because the financial people made commissions off of selling the derivatives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm still learning on that, but yeah, crazy.
Have you seen The Big Short? Have you seen
I have.
Have you seen The Big Short?
Yeah.
That's the derivative market is just crazy. However, if crypto can get into the derivative markets, then it'll be Katie bar the door. I mean, it's going to get real exciting then.
Well, I think that's kind of the whole idea right now. We're taking this catastrophe and kind of, doing the global reset, as they say. So we'll see how it all plays out. That's what's exciting, is you kind of have an idea what's coming, but watching it play out in real time is what's really cool. So you're like, we don't know what's going to happen, but something's coming. Something's going to change. Something has to change, but we don't know what it is.
Yeah. Crypto tsunami.
Right.
So one of the things that I always, as we kind of wind down, one of the things that I always do is how the people that I'm encouraging to come on and do a interview with me, what would you say to them? And one of the greatest things about you is that you're a woman. We have got some of the greatest women in our community, but we need to be able to hear their voice because it's dominated by about 95% men. And I'm trying to get as many of our ladies to come on and do an interview with me like you have. So what would you say to the ladies out there that I'm tapping on their shoulder? Do you think that this is something that they ought to do that would help the community if we get more of our ladies to stand up and share their story?
Yeah, I do, because a lot of ladies like to feel like they're in company with other ladies from a comfort perspective. I I'm not that way, but some ladies are. I was a little nervous. I said, "Why do you want to interview me?" You know, I'm new. What do I know? I don't know anything. But at the same time, it makes sense because there's going to be thousands of new people coming on, and you know, there's a sort of responsibility, I would say, to make sure they're not steered in a right direction. I mean, that's taking on a lot, so I don't mean it literal like that, but just to kind of make sure we treat everybody with kindness, I guess you could say, because a lot of people are going to be new. There's going to be some. I remember when I started getting into that. What are you new or plebs or whatever they call. And I'd be like, I'm not saying anything. But, you know, there's going to be some stupid questions, and at least they ask, but really, you know, they should go research first. But yes, the ladies need to come out, just because make your presence known. It's going to encourage other ladies to get involved, feel at home, feel welcome, that kind of thing. Some people like to feel that bond. So come out.
And I'm also diligently, persistently staying after digital asset investor.
Uh-huh.
My family, my mother's side of the family is from South Georgia, so I think he and I are really going to hit it off when I can finally get a chance to talk to him. But
Yeah.
would you like to see more of our influencers do interviews so we can get to know a little bit more about them instead of just have them give us the news every day?
Yeah, you know what? Somebody mentioned once, hey, when we all hit, you know, when XRP hits, whatever it hits, and we're all doing our thing, we should all get together. And I think that's kind of the common thread with everybody, because you get to know everybody by their handle every day. So I personally would love that, just to kind of get to know Tony, or, you know, King Solomon, or those on a different type of level. That'd be awesome, just to kind of know where they came from, how they started.
Oh, and I've been asking King Solomon on a regular basis. Since he came back and started making videos again, he's quickly become one of my favorite people to watch, and I watch every video that he puts out.
Yep.
But I just want you to know I'm on it. I'm asking them, and I just need people in the community to encourage them to let us know more about you on a personal level. And I get it that DAI is telling us about his kids and the baseball all the time. And personally, I love that. I love the personal touch that he's telling us about that. But I would really like to be able to do a deep dive with him so everybody can get to know a little bit more about him. And I appreciate you having that same feeling.
Yep. Yep. It'd be nice. Because one day, hopefully, we all will get to meet each other. We'll do some big XRP Army party or something. When we're not in a pandemic.
Do that. We have meetups. Yeah. We have meetups from time to time, and I think they'll start up again once everything the pandemic kind of calms down. So, what would you like to say as a parting message? What would you like to say to our XRP Army community and to anyone else that is lucky enough to have come across this video? What would you like to say to them as kind of a parting message? What would that be?
Well, so do your research, learn everything you can, absorb everything you can, stay strong. Don't let anybody influence what you want to do. And I want to tell everybody, like everybody in the XRP Army who puts out these videos and does this homework and research for us, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Because a lot of us don't have that kind of time, and it's invaluable. And you guys are changing people's lives. The one who wants to pay attention, you are changing people's lives for the better by doing your research and putting it out there for the rest of us. So I cannot thank you enough. And anybody else who comes across this video, XRP. Go watch these guys. They're amazing. And that's all.
I couldn't say, and you know what? I don't know if we all take the time to be able to actually thank our influencers enough, because I believe the same thing. They changed my life. They literally changed my life with the work that they've been doing. And I'm eternally grateful, just as you are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And last thing, what I would like to do is extend an invitation, because what I'm trying to do is develop friendships with people as I begin to get to know them. And I'd like to pre-invite you to come back at a later time, and let's update each other. Like in a month or so, we can get together and say, hey, it was August 11th when we first got together. Now look at what's going on in September.
Okay.
So I wanted to extend that invitation to you, because I'd like to have this be an ongoing conversation.
Sure.
And I want to meet as many of the people in the community as I can. It's been great.
Yeah, I agree. And you kind of want to say thank you in person too, you know, gosh, they do so much. So, yeah, that would be awesome if you can get some of those guys on here. It'd be great. But yeah, I'm totally open to
All right, great.
revisiting this in a month or so.
That sounds fantastic. All right, so we'll sign off, and if anyone you want to give your Twitter handle again, so how everyone there, and I'll put a link to it in the description of the video. And everybody give this real estate gal a follow on Twitter.
At Queen Trixie C. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, XRP community. Thank you, XRP Army. Y'all are killing it. Appreciate you all.
All right, thanks. All right, y'all have a nice night.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.